From Fox 5 News, this is Good Day New York.
All right, we've been talking about it this morning. It could be one of the largest security breaches in U.S. history.
A Texas-based marketer called Epsilon says someone broke into its email system earlier this week. Now, JP Morgan Chase, Capital One, Citi, and large retailers like Walgreens and Best Buy are among the companies affected. Names and emails were exposed, but not sensitive data like Social Security numbers. We spoke with an official at Epsilon who told us the company is cooperating with the authorities on the investigation. For more on that security breach and the latest tech news, we are now joined by tech expert Shelly Palmer. Good morning, Shelly.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
Good.
Well, we're good. How do we know for sure that really they got nothing more than names and emails?
Oh, boy. You know, this is a question everybody's been asking me since it happened. I got to tell you something. It doesn't matter what they got.
Why?
And here's why. The people who broke into this site are cyber criminals. The FBI has been brought in, and they're going to be hunted down and prosecuted to the full extent of the law. We're living in the information age, and one of the biggest and most important currencies in the information age is information. And so we're always at risk, and this really probably wasn't a big deal. Some names and email addresses became exposed, no more than maybe what you would put on Facebook if you have your name and your email address in your Facebook profile. But what's important here is for people to use this as kind of a moment to sit back and go, wait a minute, what are we going to do as a society? What are we going to do legally? How are we going to start to handle ourselves? You lock your door every morning when you leave your house, right? You lock your office. You should be password protecting your computer when you leave your desk. What are the things we now need to do? How do our behaviors need to change in the information age to protect our own information?
Yeah, but we're not getting, hacked in by our fellow coworkers. We're getting hacked in by people we don't even know.
Correct. And by the way, when a burglar breaks into your house, you usually don't know them, right? So here's the thing. Do the simple stuff first, and that's what you can learn from today. Password protect your computer. And when your virus protection software says update, if you don't click the update button, if you go remind me later, you're begging, what you're saying to the hackers is, hack me now. There's a new virus out there. There's a new way into my computer, but you remind me about it later. Well, if you get reminded about it by someone hacking into your account, you'll be plenty reminded. So we can only do what we can do, and people really shouldn't worry about, oh wow, my information was stolen from some company. By the way, if your email address gets stolen, here's an important thing. When you get an email now, if you don't know who sent it to you, throw it away. Click delete. Unless that's, even if the subject is interesting to you. When you get junk mail in your regular mail, you can kind of tell what a junk mail is.
Yeah.
And by the way, when you get
spam it.
Yeah.
When you get that email from the guy in Nigeria who's got $10 million for you,
Send me the
or
money
the
right
person
away,
who says, "Dear beloved in Christ, I have this new endowment from the church of whatever," you should know that is spam. By now, in the 21st century, having had email for decades, you should know this mail is junk. Delete it. Just delete. That's how you save yourself. And you know what? The worst thing that could happen, a lot of these companies, in the Epsilon issue, some of the bigger companies put out notes and they said, please don't open an email from someone you don't know because your account's been compromised. Your account hasn't been compromised. They have your email address. It's not that big a deal.
All right, let's get to a few other things this morning. Google now has Google+1.
Yeah.
What is this? It's about searches, right?
Well, it is. You know, Mark Zuckerberg, the nice man who's made all that money in that little company called Facebook.
Oh, yeah,
right,
that little company.
So he's got an idea called the social graph. It's a very important way that they're going to determine what you like and don't like. And if you have spent any time on Facebook, you know there's a like button. Well, Google figures if it's good for Facebook, it's good for Google. So +1 is really their version. It's experimental of liking something. And when you search for something and it is a good result, you can +1 it. And that makes it part of your social graph, and you can share it with your social network. I found this great Italian restaurant. Might be Fresco.
Oh, thank you,
okay.
Shelly.
So if I click, I click +1. Now my friends in my social network will know that I looked up, found, and was satisfied with the results.
In your social network, meaning the Google world or outside of the Google world? I'm confused.
Well, so Google does have Google Buzz, which is its social. Yeah,
it's their Facebook, right?
It's their version of Facebook. But everybody's looking to see how they are going to capitalize on social media and social networking. We always call it social media, but really it's social networking, and the tools just allow you. You have media tools. You have text is media, video is media, audio is media. We call it social media, but it's really social networking. Who are the people around us that we want to share with? And that's what Google wants to leverage.
Shelly Palmer, always great to have you here with us.
Great info, Shelly.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Coming up.